My name is Ronald Mills, also known as Bilal Bilal. I am a fashion designer, master tailor, and instructor. We, American Superior Pearl, along with Lady Joe from Cause for Elegance, which is an awesome Atlanta nonprofit, came up with this idea to help hospital and the workers and basically everyone in the United States in this time of difficulty with the coronavirus and pandemic and things like that. Okay? Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to show everyone how to make a mask the simplest way possible. Now, these are not a substitution for the N95 mask at all. We're not going there. What we want to do is make a difference. There's a shortage of masks everywhere, and we want to help with the shortage. Okay? The great thing about this is I really actually did research, and I saw all the ways that you can make masks. I watched all the videos on YouTube. And with my experience, I came up with a way that I will assure you is the easiest way to make a mask in the world. And that's what we're going to do. Okay, let's get started. Let's sew this mask. First thing we're going to do is we're going to make a template or pattern. There's a lot of things that we're going to do with this mask making thing that we won't need to do this because we're going to be sending things already cut out for people to produce them so that we can give them to the hospitals. Alright? Because we're getting a lot of requests here. Alright? This template is going to end up looking like this. Alright? I did mention hospitals. So, before you and while you're making this mask, try to be as clean as possible. As a matter of fact, I suggest a nice disinfect, spray your area, spray everything. Make sure you wash your hands while you're working with your fabric and everything. Even when you spray, make sure you let it dry. Let everything dry down and then begin your work. Keep everything as clean as possible because we want to keep everything down. Alright? Now that the table is nice and dry, what we're going to do is we're going to draw an 8.5 inch square. Okay? We're going to draw one straight line here. Simple is the way to go. Then we're going to take our fabric and we're going to cut that square out of our fabric. You're just going to put it up to the fabric, pin it, and cut it. Okay? Once we pin it and cut it, what we're going to get is squares. 8.5 cent squares. That's the square of the fabric. We're doing a little camo today. And that's your 8.5 square. And then you're going to do what they call your inset. Your inset is what's going to be in the middle. That's going to be there. And then you're going to have another piece, which is called the one that's going to hit your face. Now, alright, this is the deal with this. I always prefer to use 100% cotton, all natural fabric, because it's breathable. It's very important to me. Because you want to breathe through this thing. I mean, you want to stop stuff, but you want to breathe through it. If you use the polyester, it's not going to let you breathe. You're probably going to choke yourself or stop yourself from breathing. Alright. So, next you got to lay these out. You're going to lay your first one faced up. This is the one that's going to be on the face up towards you. Then right on top of that, you're going to put the one that's going to be actually touching your face on top. And then you're going to be putting the one that's going to be in the middle, the sandwich one, right next to, right on your neck. Once you get those down, what you're going to do is, you're going to pin this down so it won't move. And you try to put your pins on the inside facing out, so you might be able to sew right over. You turn it around. There you go. Alright. So, we're going to sew around and we're going to leave one side open. We're going to leave it open so we can turn it inside out. Okay? The thing to remember, I'm going to do one more, is basically you put the right side up, shake it all about, whatever that song goes. But then the next piece that you put on top of that is going to be the piece that's against your face. This is Pima cotton, Egyptian cotton they call it. It feels so soft, it's like silk. It's very pure. So it's not going to agitate your face like mixtures and blends of fabric. Be careful what you're going to put on your face. It's very important. And you want to be careful what you're going to put on someone else's face. Because we want to help these people out, not irritate them. So the part that's going to go on your face is going to go next on top. Then what goes on top of that is the part that goes in the middle. And you can use any filter that you want. I like this because we wanted a project that's basically washable. You can take these, when you're done with them for the day, you can wash them and use them the next day. And that way you don't have to worry about running out. And you just sit it right on top. I did that twice because it gets confusing and people forget. And if you don't do it that way, you're going to sew it up. And then when you turn it inside out, you're not going to have the parts that you want where you want them to face. So again, you just pin them. And you're going to sew them. Okay, let's go to the sewing machine. Okay, next you're going to get on your sewing machine and you're going to slide your fabric underneath the sewing machine a half an inch, and basically you're going to put your foot down and put the needle through the fabric. Put the needle through the fabric. Make sure you have a half an inch because that's all you need. Alright, and you're going to start sewing this. And you can take your time sewing it. I'm usually sewing on a power machine, so you might see me go a little fast here and there, but basically take your time. You have no rush to do this. There's no time thing for it. As you get closer to the edge, you're going to figure out what's close enough to be about a half an inch, and you're going to turn around. You don't have to be exact, but you're going to begin to know. Then you're going to leave your needle in the fabric, lift up the foot, turn around, and you're going to sew down again, another half an inch. See, this wasn't perfect, so I just put the needle in there where I feel as though my half an inch goes. You sew the half an inch. As you come closer to this needle, pull the needle out your way. You don't want the needles to be straight up and down. Either they go across or just move them out your way. Just hold on to the fabric. It's not really that much. And as you're going towards the end again, you slow down. Leave the needle in, turn the fabric around. Put the foot pedal down, you're going to sew down half an inch again. Easy and simple is what this is all about. That's what we want to do. Okay? Pull it out, you cut your thread. After you cut your threads, you're going to cut your corners off. You're going to be able to do hundreds of these things. Pull your needles out, and basically you're almost there. You're halfway there. You're going to go inside and pull your mask out, like so. And what you're going to have is the outside and the part that goes against your face, and then on the inside you have your filter, or your other filter, because all of these are going to filter out stuff. Alright? You can push out the points with your hands, or a lot of people like to use their scissors and push the points out. Whichever you choose to do. Don't push too hard because you're going to push out the fabric, because you clip some. So, that's it. Alright? You can roll it around, it's nice and smooth. Now, what you're going to do is, you're going to take your fingers and fold it in. And you're going to fold it in approximately a half an inch. None of this is a perfect science, okay? We just want to get these masks done and get them out. The neither you are, the better off you can do. If you got to sit there and even pin it, it's fine. I'll pin this one just in case. I mean, I've been sewing a lot, so I can walk a half an inch. Okay? I guess that way you can see that I'm drunk if I can watch a half an inch line. But anyway. Cut. Yes. Okay, so after you fold it and pin it, basically you're going to sit it right back under at a 1/2 inch. And you're going to sit your foot down, stick your needle in the fabric, and you're going to sew right across. 1/2 inch. Or some people just use the edge of the foot as a guide. Either way, it's fine. Whatever's easiest for you. Alright? Lift your foot up and you pull it. And then basically you cut it. You take out your needles. Okay, and you have your square. Okay? Everybody go get a sewing machine because everybody can do this. Ready? Okay. Next, we're going to press it. Alright? You're going to sit it down on the right side and you're going to press it. If you have a little hanging out, stick it under because you want this side to be just the fabric that you have. I have a professional iron because we're in the professional people with this stuff. But a regular steam iron is going to work fine. And you're just going to press it, steam it down, press all the corners, and make it flat as you can possibly make it. Make it flat all the way around. Okay? After you have that nice flat surface, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to do our pleats. Okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take our template and we're going to center our template on top with the pleats. But what you're going to keep in mind is on your template, you're going to go down a 1/2 inch before you start doing your pleats. All right? And cut. Your pleats are going to go down, so basically you're going to hold your mark down. So I'm going to take these pins out so I can use the mark from the chart. And you just go down and you pin it. Just going to pin it so you can hold it down. And your second one. Make sure you catch everything there. The second one, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to put them together and that's going to go down. So the pleats go down. Alright, and you're going to put a pin in it and you're good. Third one, put them together and the pleats go down. See, it's pretty easy. Right? You're going to do the same thing to the other side. And once you get a feel for this, you'll be able to make sure that your pleats, you're going to put the pleats together, hold them down, and they're going to go down. Now, so you'll be able to look at it and say, wow, that looks nice and straight. Put a pin in it. Alright? Same thing with this pleat. It's going to go down. It's going down! That's what's up. Okay? You put a pin in it. Okay. And the same way with the last one, it's going to meet each other, but it's going down. Right. You're going to hold it. You see when I pull it, you can see the nice evenness of it. You want to look for that. Stick the pin in and hold it down. Okay? So when you look, you got 3 nice pleats. Hold them down a little bit, but now we're going to go sew them down. Okay? Okay, so you're going to pull on it. Make sure it's nice and flat. You're going to stick it underneath the foot. Put the foot down. Put your needle in again. Now, you're going to pull up on this because what you're going to do is you're going to sew them down. It's going to get a little rough when it goes over the pleats. And you help guide your machine through. It's not a biggie. It's not that much in there. Just take your time. This side, you just turn it around the other way, and you're going to stick your fabric way up there, close to the pleat. Put your foot down, put your needle in. Always put your needle in, it's a better start. And you're going to sew right over top of the pins, because the pins are actually directed that way so that you can sew over top of them. You're going to take your time, get it through. So we're going to do the other side. We're going to stick the fabric underneath the foot, half an inch again, but we're going to get it under there a little bit more because we want more leverage. We're going to put the foot down, then we're going to put the needle down, and then we're going to press the foot and start sewing. And you can help lie the fabric through because it gets a little thick here. And you're going to feel thickness, but just sew right on through it. There you go. It'll be alright. See, it's sewed right on through it. Just a little thick, and that's the way you got to hold your pleats down. Cut your edges off your fabric. Cut the threads off. Then we're going to go over and we're going to press it one more time. Then we're going to add the elastic, okay? We're almost done. Very, very swift process. You can almost see this. It's almost, am I ready? Hungry. Okay, next, we're going to press our pleats down. We're going to put that seam on there and we're going to press them down hard. There we go. Regular steam arms will do these fine. Alright? And we're going to get this type of thing here. We'll turn it on the other side, we're going to press it again. We're going to press it down. Press it down hard. Okay. Then what we're going to do is, and as you see, they don't have to be totally even, as long as they press down so they look like pleats. Okay? So, next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our elastic and we're going to measure our elastic. And our elastic should go around the whole surface. It's easy measurement. 1, 2, 3, without stretching. 3, 4. And that should be enough elastic. Or you can take these and just cut these out and you can always have them. Next we get to sew the elastic on. Face mask, and we're going to hold this part onto here. It's going to be better if you just took a pen and you took the pen and you put the pen in here and you're going to be good. Okay? Okay. You're going to stick that underneath your foot and you're going to sew right over top of that. Put the foot in, nice and slow. Alright, you can take your pen out and you're going to go back over it again and back over it again because you want it to hold. Alright? Alright, you're going to pull off the needle. Alright, you're going to pull it out. Alright? Then we go ahead and cut it. Alright? So, next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a little loop in here. We're going to attach it to the other end of the mask, but we're not going to attach it like this. We're going to put a little loop so it has some giveaway. So all you got to do for your loop is you're going to use a thumb. As long as it goes around your thumb before it goes back to your loop, you should be okay. I'll use this thumb, it's a little bit easier. Let it hang loose, and it goes to thumb length, and you're good. Okay? We're going to pin that again. And you're going to bar tack it again. You're going to put it underneath your machine, put your needle in there, and you're going to have to be a little rough because it's going through a lot of layers. Make sure your foot's down, and you can turn the first few. You're going to hit your machine to go backwards, let it go frontwards, and tack down. Now you're going to leave your needle in, and you're going to turn it around. And what you're going to do is you're going to begin to sew your elastic on the bottom edge of your mask. So, you can use your scissors to move it over. Most people can hold it with their finger. You can lift the needle up, slide it over, if you wish. Put it underneath the machine, put the foot down, put the needle in. Begin to sew. You're going to sew like a half an inch, like just about, just a little to get this started. before you start stretching it. So I'm going to sew just a little. See, I sewed about 4 stitches. Then I'm going to stretch this to its furthest capability. Like stretch it fully, and you're going to hold the stretch while you sew right in the middle of the elastic. There you go. Stretch it out. Make sure you sew and stretch it out again. Make sure it's totally stretched, and you're going to sew right in the middle of the elastic. And you're going to sew right in the middle of the elastic. When you get to the end, you're going to hit your backwards button again. And then let it come forward. There you go. Then you're going to turn it back around again. Alright? And what you're going to do is you're going to place your thumb again. And you're going to do a thumb or finger, whatever's easiest for you, away from the edge. This is a thumb or a finger. I'll use the thumb again. Okay? And you're going to put a pin in it. And what we're doing is we are establishing our ear pieces. You see, that's the bottom, that's the sides. Okay? Now, you're going to turn this around and you're going to bar tack this again. You're going to sew right over it real slow. Be careful now. You can pull your needle out. And some machines got different buttons to go backwards. This one go backwards a little bit. Then you're going to go backwards a little bit again. Then you're going to leave it in. Leave the needle in. Lift up the pedal. Turn it around. Now I usually just hold it down. Put the foot down. And begin to sew the elastic down on the edge. Once you begin to move down on the edge, you're going to begin to pull the elastic as tight as you can. And sew right in the middle of the elastic. And keep the elastic on the edge. Pull it. Keep the elastic on the edge. And guide the fabric through. And you can stop again. Pull it. Stay right on the edge. And guide the fabric through. There you go. Now you start coming to the end. And you know what you're going to do at the end. Like we've been doing at all our ends. Push the reverse button. Let it go forward, push the reverse button. Okay, then we're going to pull it out. Alright? At this point, be careful. We're going to cut the excess elastic, and we're going to cut the excess thread. The main reason that the elastic's at the bottom, elastic at the top, is so it can snug, grab the top part of your nose and the bottom of your face. And it avoids us showing you how to put the little pieces of metal in. We could do that, but I want the fastest, easiest mask in the world. The same with the bottom. I just want to hug you. We just want to protect your face from sprays and people spraying if they cough on you. So here we go. We're going to go back to the model, let them try this on.